this thing out tonight with Jeff Blanton himself.
Yeah.
Woo! Yeah. Come on up, Jeff.
Hey, I'd like to thank Jay and Tony for doing this. It's Dad, this is a pretty cool deal for my dad. I'm Jeff Blanton. Ed was my dad. This is quite humbling and exciting, and all of those things rolled up into one thing. You know, I've been a little bit sick, and I'm getting over it. I'm feeling better, but so if I squall, don't hold it against me, okay?
All good.
This is a song that my good buddy Tom Wesley wrote. We played in our little bluegrass band. I've been playing. My dad had cancer, and he kicked the cancer, and the cure kind of made him sick, and there towards the end, I'd take him around to all the little bluegrass jams, and I grew up in a musical family. Dad always played music. I mean, back in was the World's Fair in '62?
Yeah.
They played in the Space Needle in 1962 at the World's Fair with Fred McFalls and the Carolina Mountain Boys. Some radio station had him play, and he always told this story about him. For some reason, they just thought they needed a cow up there, so they put a cow in an elevator and took it up to the top, and you can only imagine what happened. But you know, I've grown up around music, and I was always chicken. I always thought I could sing, but I was always chicken. And you know, Dad taught me a little bit how to play, and I figured out how to play on my own. And it was when I was taking Dad around there when he was getting sick at the end, you know, taking to these bluegrass jams and stuff. I kind of got a little bit not afraid, and when I was 50, I decided I shouldn't be chicken and try to be in a band, you know, and do that kind of stuff. And I played some bluegrass with Tom, and we were in Berkeley Bluegrass, and for about 10 years, we're fortunate enough to play a lot. Played at the Darrington Bluegrass Festival a few times, and you know, this is just cool, man. This is cool. I appreciate y'all coming to this. I'm a little emotional right now, but hey, I know the words, but you know, it's one of those kind of chickeny things, you know. So this is called Thinking About the Times. This is about the mean streets of Everett. Tommy grew up in Everett a long time ago. And it's called Thinking About the Times. All day long, I wandered through this town, recalling the way things used to be. You and I made such a pretty pair. Now it's a broken heart, faded memory. I've wandered through this town, trying to forget her, and all I see is things we used to share. Suddenly this town has new meaning, thinking about the times that she once cared. I remember the days of the life that we once knew. It seemed it was a time that would not end. But that's all gone, and there's nothing left to see but a broken-hearted, faded memory. I've wandered through this town trying to forget her, and all I see is things we used to share. Suddenly this town has new meaning, thinking about the times that she once cared. I can't tell you how
thank you for inviting me to be a part of the project. Appreciate it. So this song that I put on the Tony's record as a guitar, available now on Spotify, Napster, YouTube. Anyway, this is a true story about the past and about the future. When the time has come and the sun flare hits, and all the information is wiped from the disks, well, the internet's down and we don't know what to do. Yeah, the internet's down and we don't know what to do. See, back when Grandma moved into town, shortly thereafter all the banks shut down, but everybody had a great big yard for growing food. A little tiny house and a great big yard for food. Now the internet's down and we don't know what to do. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we all know what to do. You're just a cog in your lot predetermined. You're just a number in an age-old plan. Nothing you do will ever make a difference. You are just small and insignificant. I'm not a number, I'm a human being. I have free will and I will not back down. I'm not a pawn, I call the shots. I'm a loose cog and I will tear things up. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we all know what to do. Yeah, we do. We do. We all know what to do. When the time has come and the sun flare hits, all the information is wiped from the disks, well, the internet's down. We don't know what to do. Okay, Tony said we could do a couple more. I thought there were going to be a lot of kids at this show, so I brought a kid's song. I didn't know it was the Clear Lake Speakeasy that we were playing tonight. But I'm glad to. But anyway, I'll just try it out. Jack, what do you think? Should I try out a kid's song?
Please.
Even though there's.
Hey, we're all children.
We're all little kids. Okay, all right, I'll try. But because Jack says so.
Yeah. Yeah, but
Okay.
not me.
All right, good.
If it bombs,
If it bombs.
it's Jack's fault.
All right. This is called Sparky the Squirrel. Sparky the Squirrel, Sparky the Squirrel, Sparky the Squirrel likes nuts. Sparky the Squirrel, Sparky the Squirrel, Sparky the Squirrel has ticks. Sometimes the ticks get on Sparky's nuts. Sometimes the ticks. What, Jack?
Just reminds me of a college roommate I had.
All right. Okay, I'm just gonna move on then. Okay, I got one more then. This here song is also a true story. This is a song about the Skagit River, the dikes, and property developers. How's that guitar sounding? Well, I love the valley, it's a great big dish, and the river goes through it whichever way that it wishes. About 100 years ago, settlers built dikes to hold back the rains when the rivers would spike. Well, sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. Usually we sandbag and move, but won't float. Yeah, the dikes work great to dry out the land, enough to farm food and put up a little strawberry stand. And now the settlers would marvel at all the settling we've done, logging and fishing to nearly the very last one. There's a hole in the bucket where the water comes in, a hole in the bucket it lies up. There's a hole in the bucket where the water comes in. A hole in the bucket, dear Liza. Dear Liza. Well, the government men have come to our town, done a study, they say, confirms what they found to be true. Every 100 years or so, the fields go under in a big damn flood they say is overdue. Well, you can build your Home Depot and your Olive Garden on reclaimed fertile farm soil if that's your game. Just remember, those fields could have fed this county if something went wrong in China and our food chain. And all I'm saying is I don't want to be in that Best Buy when the big one hits and the fault line splits and it's boom, crash, boom, boom, crash, boom. There's a hole in the bucket where the water comes in. A hole in the bucket, dear Liza. There's a hole in the bucket where the water comes in. A hole in the bucket, dear Liza. Dear Liza, what's the plan? Well, you're smarter than that. You can tell a mile away that this whole controversy stinks like money. And it sounds like one big property grabber, insurance scam, architected to cost us dearly. But this monopoly ain't no board game, man, and in a real flood, people will lose their lives. There's a hole in the bucket where the water comes in. A hole in the bucket, dear Liza. There's a hole in the bucket in the 100-year plan. A hole in the bucket, dear Liza. Dear Liza, what's the plan? There's a hole in the bucket in the 100-year plan. A hole in the bucket, dear Liza. There's a hole in the bucket where the water comes in. A hole in the bucket, dear Liza. Dear Liza, dear Liza, what's the plan?
So I was there with Tony when the project was conceived, and I remember I pulled the guitar off the wall on Tony's, and he said, "You know whose guitar that is?"
I said, no. He says, Ed Blanton's guitar. I said, who's Ed Blanton? And then he told me this amazing story about Ed and Ed's family. He said it was, I remember Samantha said, oh, who's the Tarheel? And he told me the whole story about how these families came from North Carolina. And I was mesmerized at the depth of the history of the community and the sense of community and the sense of admiration that I sensed Tony had and love for Ed. And so it's pretty cool that Tony launched that project with Ed's guitar. Woo! So I'm going to play a song that I wrote in my 20s. It's about the vagaries of love. Every love song is about the vagaries of love. And this is about the basic stance of any 25-year-old male, which is you fall in love with every female who walks in front of you. And as soon as you fall in love, you're like, I'm not that into her, man. So that's what this song's about. It's called Naked at 10 Yards. I knew a girl named Joni. She was working at the Dog and Sub. Well, I loved Joni quite a lot, and there was quite a lot of Joni to love. We went out walking where the sea grapes were thick and green. Joni had her own ideas, yeah, I guess you know what I mean. But naked at 10 yards, she looked so fine. Naked at 10 yards, I knew she'd always be mine. I knew a girl named Sally. She was working at the Dewdrop Inn. One day she handed me a cup of joe and a spark jumped skin to skin. We went out walking in the summer's dying light. The martins were darting and her lips were parting to say, what a lovely night. But naked at 10 yards, she looked so fine. Naked at 10 yards, I knew she'd always be mine. I don't care if you are lonely or what you want from me. There are 1,000 kinds of lovely to be. I knew a girl named Susie, yeah, she stood about 4'2". She had a smile so sweet and clear, you'd swear that she was smiling at you. One day I picked her up and I carried her across the bar. She screamed and she struggled, then we kissed and cuddled. She felt just like a flower in my arms. And naked at 10 yards, she looked so fine. Naked at 10 yards, I knew she'd always be mine. I don't care if you are lonely or what you want from me. There are 1,000 kinds of lovely to be. Tony, well, let's see. I have to get some few people. Jack, do you want to come up and sing background on a song?
Yeah.
Probably not.
Possibly. What song is that?
The reason I'm standing here in this amazing group of people that I've gotten to know over the last 5 or 6 years is because of John Daly, and who was here. And John created a little thing where some musicians from Seattle get together, some musicians from the Skagit. And a lot of great friendships have been formed. And so I want to do a song about friendship that Jack turned me on to. It's a Laurie McKenna song. I once sent him a playlist of like 60 great songs during the pandemic. And he came back and goes, yeah, the one song I really like is that song by Laurie McKenna. I'm like, who's Laurie McKenna? What song? And then Jack kind of, I think from there you started getting into Laurie McKenna, and then I got into Laurie McKenna because you got into Laurie McKenna. But this song is called Uphill. Let me see if we tune this up a little bit just a second. Jack, do you want to sing background on it? You want to sing the chorus?
I want to cry in the audience instead.
People cry no matter what I play. That's the problem.
Jack's afraid to cry. Yeah.
When the road under your feet is dark and feels wrong, and you find yourself lost and all your confidence is gone, and the stars over your head through the clouds won't be revealed, I'll walk with you even if it's uphill. When the weight of your troubles drives your knees into the dirt, and all your loyal distractions only magnify the hurt, and lonesome doesn't quite define how all alone you feel, I'll walk with you even if it's uphill. Hard times and landslides are part of life, God knows. Like they say, no one gets out alive. Whatever ocean you're swimming across, whatever valley low, whatever mountain you climb, I'll walk with you, even if it's uphill. Blessed are the days in the sun, surrounded by our friends, those days when all the new roads start, right where the old roads end. But if you wake up with Mount Everest right outside your windowsill, I'll walk with you, even if it's uphill. Hard times and landslides, part of life, God knows. We've all got our mountain to climb. Whatever ocean you're swimming across, whatever valley low, I'll be right there, I've been right there all the time. And I'll walk with you, even if it's uphill. And I'll walk with you, even if it's uphill. Okay. Thank you guys. One last song. I'm going to just do a song I've been playing a lot over the last crazy period in America where everything seems topsy-turvy. This has seemed like a fitting song, an old Elvis Costello song. So. As I walk through this wicked world, searching for light in the darkness of insanity, I ask myself, is all hope lost? Is there only pain and hatred and misery? But each time I feel like this inside, there's just one thing I want to know. Well, what's so funny about peace, love, and understanding? Well, what's so funny about peace, love, and understanding? As I walk on through troubled times, my spirit gets so downhearted sometimes. 'Cause where are the strong? And who are the trusted? And where is the sweet harmony, sweet harmony? But each time I feel it slipping away, there's just one thing I want to know. What's so funny about peace, love, and understanding? What's so funny about peace, love, and understanding? 'Cause where are the strong? And who are the trusted? And where is the sweet harmony, sweet harmony? But each time I feel like this inside, there's just one thing I want to know. What's so fun about peace, love, and understanding? What's so fun about peace, love, and understanding?
Alright, I'm singing a song called Puzzle Pieces. This wasn't on the album. It was called Puzzle. Last night I had a dream. We were dancing in the kitchen, moving Jersey jazz, red wine in position. Tuck my took my hand in yours and whispered in my ear, we're pieces of the same puzzle, my dear. Don't know how to put these feelings into words. It's like a bonfire in my belly, soaring like the birds. So I guess that I do, and probably so do you. It's for the first time that someone might understand that I'm not a typical give it all up kind of girl. Gotta let it go for a lot to do this work. Some people they say that they get it, but really they're just hoping that I'll change. Forget it. 'Cause I love being alone, but I don't love where it ends. There's something about the way that you make me laugh. I don't think we're just friends. Last night I had a dream. We were dancing in the kitchen, moving a gypsy jazz, red wine in position. You took my hand in yours and whispered in my ear, we're pieces of the same puzzle, my dear. Okay, I want to do two songs that I've actually never played for anyone before. Because usually they're just kind of, if I'm playing for a bar or something, they're just too slow. But I think you guys can handle them.
We're pretty slow.
Yeah, I feel that. That being said, I'm going to try to remember them, because I've never performed them.
Yeah.
I just make something up, yeah. Traded yearning for the dripping pines, rivers crystallize your eyes. It's not a day that I've forgotten, but I understand what is why. Sunlight on your face, a crown of the street takes the halos blade.
you get it? I think you would. We'll just see. Okay. Okay.
What about
Tell me
thank you, Tony, for having us. And I didn't know Ed, but I wish I did. And I wrote this song for this project. Tony texted me. He's like, "Hey, are you gonna be on this project? I have a song. We need a song from you." I'm like, "Shit, I better write a song." All right, here it is. It's time to say we need help. What's on your mind? Or can you tell? I'm a shell of what I once was, and there's no end in sight, no turnaround. Ungrateful you, they let me down. The same as me, it goes around. Too hard to talk about it, so I guess I'll just sit here and think. Oh, I'm sitting and waiting for the things that some reason, sitting and waiting for the things that I believe, sitting and thinking about all that happened. It never does, it never does. I'm lost, I'm gone for now. So close, it was so close. Sitting and thinking about what all had happened, sitting and hoping forgiveness is in store, sitting and crying for the things I refuse to change. It never does, it never does. I'm lost, I'm gone for now, not even close. It's just something I need to change. I'll get back to you one day. It's time to say we need help. We need you here. Or can you tell? There's no end in sight, no turnaround. It's only us. It's only us. We're lost. We're gone. Come back. You're so close. Won't you come back? 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 Ooh. You guys notice? I forgot the lyrics. I sing that song with my band, and I forgot the fucking lyrics. I forget the lyrics like every time. It's just a jumble of words. Blah, blah, blah.
At this point, it's part of the song.
Yeah.
Just scat.
Jack's 20 people. He said it. So listen to him.
Big Ed told me years ago, he said, just keep going.
Yep. Just smile, giggle, just keep it going. All right, now another song I don't know the words to. It's a song I learned this morning.
All right. Yes.
Here's some Waylon Jennings for you.
Yeah.
Woo! It's Lonesome, Ornery, and Me. Let's see if I can remember it. I'm going to Shreveport, down to New Orleans. I'm traveling these highways, I'm doing things my way. I'm feeling lonesome, Henri and me. Well, her hair was jetty black, and her name was Codeine. She thought she was the queen of the basement street queens. Well, she got tired of that smoky wine dream. She started feeling lonesome, Henri and me. All right, take it away. You remember it? You remember it? Well, we got together and we cashed in our sweets. We gave them to a beggar who was fumbling in the streets. There's no escaping that lonesome wine, or whatever. Oh, he's feeling lonesome, Henri and me. Oh, I'm down in this valley where the wheels burn once, spin so low, there it is. I beg oh, the Lord of my soul. Oh, I sin, oh, please, Lord, there it is. Oh, be goodbye by me, there it is. Oh, I'm feeling lonesome, Henri and me. Rock solo. Thank you. Just fumbled through a few of those lines. I played that song maybe a dozen times this morning.
Should have done the baker's dozen.
Yeah. One more would help. Damn it.
You locked it in, dude. Nailed it.
All right, we got a couple more. You guys like Muddy Waters?
Never heard of it.
Well, I'm going away to live. Won't be back no more. Heading back down south, and girl, we wanna go when I'm in trouble, and I'm all worried mind. Well, I just can't be satisfied, and I can't keep from crying. Girl, I feel like snapping, pistol in your face. I'ma make some graveyard to be your resting place. When I'm in trouble, that's dark, and I'm all worried mind. can't keep from crying. All right, take it away. Well, all in my sleep, hear my doorbell ring, looking for my baby, and I don't see no doggone thing. Woman, I'm in trouble, and I'm all worried mine. Well, I just can't be satisfied, and I can't keep from crying. Well, I know my little old girl, she's gonna jump and shout. She's gonna that train is late, and I can't walk in now. Woman, I'm in trouble, and I'm all worried mine. Well, I just can't be satisfied, and I can't keep from crying. One more time. And I just can't be satisfied, and I can't keep from crying. All right, one more time, I guess. Yeah. Well, I just can't be satisfied, and I can't keep from crying. We didn't have a set in mind when we got here tonight. And we went into the tour bus and we practiced for about 8 minutes. So I'm gonna give the microphone to Ada, and we're gonna sing one more song. And it's funny, Ada came here tonight not knowing who Ed Blanton was, and then
She wished she did.
well, and then it dawned on her that she may have known him.
No.
Yeah, through bluegrass, through Darrington bluegrass.
Yeah, that's right.
And here's Ada.
I'm walking the dog and I'm ready to. I'm walking that dog. Ain't thinking about you. I don't need no one to tie me down. And I'm walking that dog. And I'm painting the town. Such an easy life I never knew. Till that day. All day and night. I'm full of pep, Lord, I can't roll. I got a one-track mind, so I've been told, and I'm fancy free. I don't worry now, and I'm a-walking that dog, and I'm painting the town. Such an easy life I never knew, until that day that I left you. until that day that I left you. Give it up for Miguel, everybody. That's what I see like, and I'm walking the dog all day and all night. Lord, I'm walking the dog all day and all night. Thank you.
So when I was younger, I worked at Rally Auto Sales, and Ed would pop in all the time. And that was actually usually the highlight of my day, when Ed would pop in, and you could just hear him coming. So those guys were always up to something, shenanigans mostly. But so when Tony put this together, I was kind of happy to be a part of it. This is a song I wrote a long time ago. You can tell by the name of the song. The song's called the $2 Pints. They were on special then. They were cheap then. You don't get to judge me, at least not out loud. 'Cause I don't get to love you, at least not out loud. You head south and you're not looking back. Some days I sit and wonder where you're at. You found a new man, he loves you more. So I'll continue till I hit the floor. And you don't get to judge me, at least not out loud. 'Cause I don't get to love you, at least not out loud. You've been haunting this empty hall. Thanks, Zach. Since the day I put my fist in the wall. I told you that I'm not an angry man, but you left me, it wasn't my plan. And you don't get to judge me, at least not out loud. Woo! 'Cause I don't get to love you, at least not out loud. Who would have thought you didn't like some guys with black eyes? $2 pints and half-ass flies. You see me people's mad again. Well, fuck this town to find a new girlfriend. And you don't get to judge me, at least not out loud. 'Cause I don't get to love you, at least not out loud. You don't get to love me, at least not out loud. And I'll try not to judge you,
At least not out loud.
So I just learned that trick from Miguel. Just, you mess up the words just to give a little smile.
It's all for jokes, man. Young guys got something to teach us, man. They do. I'm 28 years old. Well, I guess you're old.
Alright. So I didn't write this song. This is a song by a man named Andy Cole. Oh, same damn chords. Well, I notice you when you're noticing me. Breaking the habit, you're watching me sleep. Oh, give me some time, let me learn how to speak. I'm amazed to you. Well, I never mind about bothering you. Trying to decide if I'll bother with you. So feed me your wisdom, breathe me your truth. I'm amazed. Wish me your wonder, wish me to sleep. You don't have to wonder, you'll hear when I sing. There is nothing I've got when I die that I keep it so amazing. Somebody said it's unspeakable love. Somebody said it's unspeakable love. Well, you don't believe I can speak well at all. You're amazed to me. First of 1,000, right on your walls. It's only beginning, it's swallowing us well. Somebody said it's unspeakable love, it's so amazing. Would you lift that burden off of me? You lift that burden off of me. You lift that burden off of me. Off of me.
Hello. I was a little reluctant to do this, and when Jeff earlier talked about being chicken as a young person, I'm chicken as an old person. I just want to say what a wonderful tribute to a wonderful guy, and thank you, Tony, for that. Not me, I'm talking about. I'm talking about Ed Blanton. I met Ed in 1958. We were in high school and we went to work for the DNR in Concrete. We stayed up there in the bunkhouse in Grassmere and got to be fast friends and have been ever since. But anyway, we learned how to fight fire and we thought we were quite important. And one day we got a call to go out towards the Dalles Bridge, put out a grass fire. So Ed and I jumped in the truck and boy, we were excited to show our skills and off we went. Got out there and there was a field burning and we did what we learned how to do and put out the fire. And everything was good. And talked to this little kid there while we were doing this, and he was real impressed with us. So anyway, fire's out, back to Grassmere, start cleaning stuff up, putting away, and got a call again. Fire, grass fire, same place. So, you may know the end of the story, but anyway, so jumped back in the truck, Ed and I don't know where everybody else was, but anyway, went back out there, and sure enough, there was another small fire, and we thought, God, we put that out. And since we'd been trained, we knew we'd done it right. And anyway, put the fire out again. And it was out. A little kid was there and talking to us, and boy, he admired us, and so on and so forth. So on back to Grassmere to the bunkhouse and started cleaning up again, and be damned if there wasn't another call. Another grass fire out by the Dallas Bridge. So back, by the way, I didn't ever say, Ed was from Sedro Woolley, of course, and I was from Concrete, so that's how we met. Anyway, go back to where the story came. We went back out, and sure enough, it was burning again. Just a few feet away from where we were before. So Ed and I got the pump out, and pumper truck, and put that out, and being pretty quick on the trigger, both of us, we thought, you know, there's something funny going on. 'Cause, I mean, we'd put it out 2 times. So we got back in the truck and started back towards Grassmere, but we stopped out just a little ways out on the road and were, you know, being real secretive and looking back. And here was that little kid, and he had a box of matches. And he'd strike a match and throw it out there and then run back to the house. And so anyway, we put a stop to that foolishness. And, that's how I met Ed. We were friends forever after that, and this is wonderful, Tony.
So I wrote this song. Some of you heard the story, some of you have not. A few years ago, perfect. Savanna and I were hanging out. We were having some lunch or some dinner, and as she was leaving my house, we were in the driveway, and she said, she was just about to her van, I remembered it, and she turned around, and she said to me as I was about to go in my house, she said, "Hey, if you ever get a letter in the mail from me, make sure to read it in the sunlight." And I was like, "Okay, hippie. You got it." And so she got in her van and drove away, and I went into my house, and I was like, that was weird, you know? So sat on my couch and watched Gossip Girl and ate jelly beans like normal. And then, sure enough, like 4 or 5 days later, I've got this letter in the mail, and I'm like, no shit, read it in sunlight. And so I've got this letter, and I'm looking up at the sky, and I'm not kidding you, there's a storm cloud rolling in. And I'm like, I'm never going to get to read this thing. There's a storm cloud. So I sat down on the porch, and I ripped it open anyway. And I opened up this letter, and this feather comes falling out. And I take that feather, I put it in my hat, and I read the letter on my porch. And it was a really, really, really nice letter. It was the nicest thing anybody's ever said to me. It was very nice. And I got done reading it, and I folded it up, and it was something I guess I needed to hear. And then I sat down with my guitar, and I wrote this song. And so this is the song that I ended up singing on the recording with at Tony's house. And the nice thing was that Savanna joined me on the harmonies, and in the background of the song, unintentionally, there's these birds that are just singing.
It was hot. I need the window open.
Yeah, the window was wide open, and all these birds were singing, and it was perfect for a song called Feather.
And the reason I wanted him to read it in sunlight, I wrote it in a glitter gel pen.
Well, I've yet to read it in sunlight. Maybe on Monday. So anyway, this is my first performance since I had my pumpkin carving accident, and this pinky is just not really moving. So work with me here. It might take me a bit to get back in the swing of things. I got your letter, I must admit. It started singing when I opened it. Read me in sunlight, but true to form. I lied and read it in a rainstorm. But there's something in the way. A black and white life makes you pray for gray. I tucked my noose under my collar. I built a wall, but you were taller. You're such a wild thing, you make me feel weird, like fire ripping through $1. I put that feather in my hat just now. I guess I don't know why. Maybe I like the way it looks on me. Maybe I wanna fly. There's nothing slower than the dull pain of silence creeping through my keychain. I gave a few keys back that locked up my heart like a heart attack. Well, I had a dream that I couldn't shake. I was enchanted by a pink snake. And just before the meaning hit me, I woke up sore from where she bit me. The neighbor kids are on their trampoline. I guess I don't know why. Maybe they like the way it feels to fall. Maybe they won't fly. I got your letter, I must admit. It started singing when I opened it. All right. Okay, well, we're going to keep Miss Savanna up here. We're just going to keep doing the songs. Savanna and I, we're kind of fun, right? Everyone's like, what, are they a couple? Right, I know. Yeah, she's like, I know, I'm wondering too, I'm one of them. No, Savanna and I are like planets. We orbit each other now and again. We kind of pass into each other's lives, at certain times, and then we drift away, and we come back, and everything's always good when we do. Isn't that right?
That's right.
Where do the birds fit in?
Well, actually, this next song, I've never played this song live, or this is a new song. It's called Birdcage. I got a bird thing, right? So, wish me luck. It's my first time playing it in front of people. Thank you, KB. I appreciate it. It means a lot coming from you. Yeah, when KB wishes you good luck, no, you probably shouldn't do what you're about to do. What you gonna do about it? You don't really have a choice. Blink twice and walk away slowly if you can hear my voice. Smoke from somewhere on the east side means the days are getting short. coming down like a hammer on a thumbnail, order in the court. And I've got a lot on my mind, but I still make room for you. Sometime when the room gets dark, I pretend that you're here too. But tell me all about your boyfriend, and do you think it's gonna last? Turning blue like the face of the future, choking on the past. You wrote your name on the windshield, and then the rain made it run. But I can still see it sometimes when I'm driving at the sun. And I've got a lot on my plate, but there's always room for more. Morning light hugs the living room and kisses your footprints on my floor. And I just can't seem to find the gear to shift from good to fine. And I just can't seem to back things up enough to toe the line. And it's not that I'm unhappy, and it's not that I'm unwell. I can withstand bullshit, but I just can't stand the smell. What you gonna do about it? You don't really gotta choose. If you wanna learn to lie like a pro, try turning on the news. Well, there was never any question, there was never any doubt. I was living in a birdcage while you were breaking out. October hit hard and the fun came to a halt. Sometimes when I see you smile, I pretend that it's all my fault. And I just can't seem to find the gear to shift from good to fine. And I just can't seem to back things up enough to toe the line. And it's not that I'm unhappy, and it's not that I'm unwell. I can withstand bullshit, but I just can't stand the smell. Whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa. There was never any question, nope. What you gonna do about it? You don't really have a choice. Thank you, Mr. Savanna. Give it up for Miss Savanna Woods. You tell me I can't hold a heart. You tell me I'm not fit to start. You tell me lots of little things that I know, I know. You taught me how to spill the news. You taught me how to kill the muse. You told me lots of little lies that I know, I know. girl before. Well, some days I lay in bed and dream about a place where I can scream. If you could fucking hear me, but I know better. So if you wanna trust me, baby, just believe. If you wanna love me, if you wanna leave, if you wanna shake me, if you wanna break me, if you wanna pick me up tonight and take me back to where you kissed me, back to where you fucked me, I won't let you go. But you know better. Just ask me where I went today. Just say the things you meant to say. I guess it doesn't matter. Thank you. Hey, what a wonderful night. It's so nice that everybody's here and that we're doing something, you know, that nobody else in the world can be doing right now. And we're the lucky ones. Just remember that, okay?
Jack, you heard.
Oh, well, I haven't finished that song, or I would, you know? Well, I just have not finished that song. There's no end to it. It's like a Meatloaf song. Once you start, it never stops. We're going to go on all the way tonight. We're going to go all the way tonight. And I would do anything for love. And I run right through to hell and back. Meatloaf, stop the song. He's like, no way, I've got 4 more verses. That's how Meatloaf actually died. He was trying to finish up I Would Do Anything for Love. And he was holding on to the mic and he was calling out, stop right there. Anyway, thank you guys. Thanks, Mr. Man. It's awesome.
I want to thank Tony for including me on this. It's been really freaking awesome sitting here listening to all these songs and all these musicians. Everybody here, it's like it's a real honor to be able to be a part of this. So I'm just gonna get right to it. Yeah, this song is it's kind of a throwaway song. I wrote it years and years ago, and I was like, yeah. And then I kind of changed some stuff up on it, and I don't know, it's back. It's so back. Good. Thank you. All right, it's called Silence.
Sometimes the truth is so hard to handle. Rewind, relive the days we see in the scandal. Sunshine, I went alive, and I went to candles. And unkind, liar, thief, beggar, and vandal. She said that you got what it takes. running your mouth like you always do. Silence seems to hurt you. You keep running your mouth like you always do. And unwind, relax now. The stress will kill you. Oh. Confined inside your mind, and lies are the same truth. Oh. And surprise, everything you try, it seems to fall through. And you find nothing goes right with anything that you do. And you say that you got what it takes, but you never seem to learn from your mistakes. You keep saying that you got what it takes, but you never seem to learn from your mistakes. Silence seems to hurt you. You keep running your mouth like you always do. Silence seems to hurt you. You keep running your mouth like you always do. And I can't help it, but I can't even sleep even when I'm singing music so high. I can't help it, but I can't even talk, so I guess I better take a walk in. I can't help it, but I can't be afraid of all the feelings that I made so high. I can't help it, but I can't even think, so I guess I found another drink and I'm gonna gather myself up and go down the river and damn it all back again. I'm gonna gather myself up and go down the river and take it all back again. I'm gonna gather myself up and go down the river and damn it all back again. I'm gonna gather myself up. I can't help it, but I can't even stop. I guess I go until I drop in. I can't help it, but I can't even hide, so I keep it on the inside. And I can't help it, but I can't even stand, so I'm waiting for a helping hand. And I can't help it, but I can't say no, so I gotta go in. I'm gonna gather myself up and go down the river and damn it all back again. I'm gonna gather myself up and shake off the fear, keeps my mind reeling and I'm gonna gather myself up and go down the river and damn it all back again. I'm gonna gather myself up.
last couple days, and did good. So good. Okay.
Can I sit near you? It's all I've been thinking about. Everything I want you to do. We can make it work, no doubt. But you ain't going home till the morning. I know that our thoughts are the same. Nothing inside of me keep on turning. Hoping we'll be called out my name. Yeah. Hoping we'll be called out my name. Can I stay a little longer? I don't want this to ever end. My desire's burning even stronger. We're becoming lovers and friends. But you ain't going home till the morning. I know that my thoughts are the same. Nothing inside of me keep on turning. Hoping you'll be calling out my name. Yes. Hoping you'll be calling out my name. Yeah. I don't wanna say our goodbyes, but I can't wait to see you again. Every time I look into your eyes, I get where I'm going, where I've been. But you ain't going home till the morning. I know that our thoughts are the same. Nothing inside of me keep on turning. Hoping you'll be calling out my name. Yeah. Hoping you'll be calling out my name. Yeah. Hoping you'll be calling out my name. There's so many times that you've been counted out. That's the way you put aside here on doubt. Makes you wonder what this life is just all about. But you may not have noticed there's more to life than on here. Just get out there and live your life headstrong. Doesn't even matter when you're right or wrong. Just get out there and live your life headstrong. Just get out there and live your life headstrong. There's so many people living in the wrong track. Wondering if there's life is just a tragedy. The story's more important than you can ever see. But you may not have noticed it's more to life than long years. Just get out there and live your life headstrong. It doesn't even matter when you're right or wrong. Just get out there and live your life headstrong. Just get out there and live your life headstrong.
Thank you guys very much. I'm very happy to be with you on this album. Thank you.
So this song, well, I got to tell a story about it, of course. You know, I think the mental image I have of it is that poster of Johnny Cash where he's in the elevator and he's got his middle finger up. That's kind of the attitude with I sing this song. But ultimately, if you peer through the dark crystal enough, it's about gratitude. So I feel like I probably ought to explain that. Backing up though, my experience was similar to Jack's in recording this song. For legal reasons, I won't elaborate. But yeah, it was great. I cruised in there, and I was committed to doing it in one take, however horrible it was. This song though is about the Woolley market, and kind of the history of that thing was I kind of got asked by a nutty rich guy to set that up. It sucked in deeper and deeper. But the period of time of that thing almost perfectly coincided with the mercifully brief reign of Donald Trump. And I think that whole time period is what I'm trying to capture, because it just drove our whole damn society insane. And we were trying to keep this place open. Minimum wage is going up. The thing's not working. Sort of, the boat's tipping over, so to speak. And so we're just absolutely beset, as if out of nowhere, by competing moms who were fighting over our bathroom signs. And here we are sweating away trying to keep this music venue open. And there's these competing angry mobs that are just convinced that this is the venue in which to play out their political ambitions, feelings, emotions. And it was bloody terrible. And of course, you know who the sides are, but there was also some unexpected things came up. For example, women were like, well, we want our own bathroom. Men are filthy, animals. So, it was a very complicated, Balkan-like conflict that occurred over these bathroom signs, and so this song captures my emotional state as kind of driving away after I turned over the keys of that place. So this is reaching back in time a little bit. I take some pokes at Sedro Woolley because I'm looking at it in my rearview mirror and headed for Rockport at that point. So I am, however, those of you who are Sedro Woolley aficionados and feel that this song is some sort of insult, you will be comforted to know that I do live in Sedro Woolley, one block from Tony, who I can't thank enough for putting all this together. So, enough of my yakking and yamming. This here song is called the Skid Row Fuzzy Blues. Work up the I got them Skid Row fuzzy blues. From the top of my hair shirt to the bottom of my Romeo shoe. Got a foxtrot rhyme, he's an angry little man. He can't do it, but if there ain't no nest can down here at the Woolley Market, oh Lord. I got them Skid Row fuzzy blues. From the top of my head shirt to the bottom of my Romeo shoe. Heavy F-bombs and frying pans fly through the air. That's this old Chef Justin, he's letting us know he cares down here at the Woolley Market. I got them Skid Row fuzzy blues. From the top of my hair shirt to the bottom of my Romeo. I got customers, I got hippies in the basement, I got campers in the loft. Talk to them about paying rent, and just look at you and scoff off down here at the Woolley Market. I got them Skid Row fuzzy blues. From the top of my hair shirt to the bottom of my Romeo shoe. We got one whole toilet for the boys and girls, it's an outrage to half the town. The other half says you touch them signs, son, we'll burn your business down. Oh, Lord have mercy, it's getting tough. I've got them Skid Row fuzzy blues. From the top of my hair shirt to the bottom of my Romeo shoe. We got customers on the left and right, everybody wanna take a stand. You don't like our bathroom signs, go take a dump in your own hand, buddy. Get out of here. Oh Lord, I'll have them Skid Row fuzzy blues. Yeah. From the top of my hair shirt to the bottom of my Romeo shoe. Woke up this morning, I'm getting the hell out of here. I see you Skid Row fuzzy, yeah, in my rear view mirror, I'm out of here, baby. Oh yeah, on my Skid Row fuzzy blues. From the top of my hickory shirt to the bottom of my Romeo shoe. Yeah!
No offense, Jack.
Well, I will have you know that I do also have on Romeo shoes. It's not a slight on Romeo shoes in any way, that's all.
I believe I've seen you in a hickory before.
Yeah, and hickory, yeah. Sleeves cut off and everything. I'll do one more song, and so retreating from the Woolley Market up to Rockport, you know, obviously it just perfectly coincided with the pandemic just experience, which was, you know, a good place to meditate, and again for legal reasons, I don't want to, but you know, just you know what to take away. There's a difference between knowledge and experience. You can read about the Spanish flu or the Black Plague or whatever, but you know, experiencing something is much different. So how do we distill it? And it's you know, all of us appreciate this getting together, the music, the venue, you know, by the way, the lesson of that last song is just be thankful that people are keeping places like this open, like Birdsby Brewery, pub. It's just, it's work, it's effort, it's labor, it's thankless, you know, but it's a community service and it's our like cultural weekend or whatever. But anyway, you know, just how fast that can be taken away, you know, as Roman said, remember death, you know. And so anyway, this song sort of perfectly distilled that for me. There's a couple of guys working on a documentary with Folkways, sort of a thing back east where they keep track of folk music, essentially. They are looking at this Seattle City Light Dam licensing, rewriting Woody Guthrie's Columbia Bonneville Power Administration songs, essentially, shilling for the BPA, a lot of Woody Guthrie songs. Rewriting it kind of from an indigenous perspective and Skagit perspective. So they visited me and they played this song. I thought, man, this song like distills the experience of the pandemic. So it's Pete Seeger's song, 1947 something, covered by Leonard Cohen. Passing Through. I saw Jesus on the cross, on a hill called Calvary. Do you hate mankind for what they've done to you? He said, talk of love not paid, for the hour is getting late. There's a little time and I'm only passing through. Passing through. Passing through, sometimes happy, sometimes blue. I'm glad that I ran into you. Tell the people you saw me passing through. I saw Adam leave the garden with an apple in his hand. He said, now you're out, what you gonna do? Plant some crops and pray for rain, maybe raise a little cane. I'm an orphan now and I'm only passing through. Passing through. Passing through. Sometimes happy, sometimes blue. I'm glad that I ran into you. Tell the people you saw me passing through. I was with Washington at Valley Forge, shivering in the snow. He said, how come the men here suffer like they do? Men will suffer, men will fight, even die for what is right, even though they know they're only passing through. Passing through. Passing through. Sometimes happy, sometimes blue. Glad that I ran into you. Tell the people you saw me passing through. I said Franklin Roosevelt sighed the night before he died. He said, songs come out of World War II. Yankee, Russian, white or tan, a man is still a man. We're all on one road and we're only passing through. Passing through. Passing through. Sometimes happy, sometimes blue. Glad that I ran into you. Tell the people you saw me passing through. Tell the people you saw me passing through.
So I was going to play this on my guitar because I finished composing the song to my son on that guitar. But everybody's played Ed's guitar, so that's right. So my wife was like, "You're not going to play on your guitar, are you?" So thanks, Becky. So our son passed away this year in January. And when Tony asked me to, he said, "You've got to, like you to sing a song and like get you, it's an original song played on his guitar." And so this just flowed together. So. Gotta get this body up, go face another day. Can't keep letting myself keep getting in the way. I keep trying, but it's the same thing all the time. Can't seem to overcome the troubles in my mind. It's a hard rising sun today. Wanna stop it all, just make it all go away. 'Cause it's a hard rising sun today. I keep telling myself it's an easy thing to do. Just stop telling myself you're lonely and you're blue. One day I'm walking out of here and boldly face my fears. I need to quit crying now and wipe away the tears. It's a hard rising sun today. Wanna stop it all, just make it all go away. 'Cause it's a hard rising sun today. Standing out in the rain, still feeling the pain, still feeling the pain. Can't shake the demons now, no matter how hard I tried. Gotta hold back feelings back, the kind where I could die.
Gotta get this body up, go face another day. Gonna be a stronger self, do all I can to stay. It's a hard rising sun today. Gonna stop it all, just make it all go away. 'Cause it's a hard rising sun today. 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 I guess my connection to Ed Blanton is Terry Swenson and Tony Wright, because I taught with Tony forever, and I taught with Terry forever, and Tony, I've known Samantha for 40 years, so.
She's not that old.
Yeah. 30 years! Of course she isn't. Anyway, thank you so much. Thank you.
Everybody get a drink. Long song. Only gotta sing one. You know. The reason I only have to sing one is because I put this song together, I never timed it. And I ran her up and I was 4 seconds short of an American Pie. 4 seconds shorter. And we had just we played American Pie here in August because that was the #1 song around really when the year I graduated from high school. And Cheryl and Raleigh and I put the band together and we played American Pie. And it's lost with a room full of drunk people, so it's a good thing I got a bunch of librarians like this tonight here. Anyway, so I'd like to thank Tony Wright for putting this together. So when Tony asked me if I was, wanted to be in a song and a tribute to Ed Blanton thing, I was kind of like, the big guy in the longest yards, and like you get to play the guards. Remember that line? So I really wanted to do it, and so getting ready to put something together, on our Ed, there's all these things jump into your mind, and I actually, most of you folks know Ed, from music, and I saw him playing from time to time, but I actually know him from one of his other big parts of his life, which was racing at Skagit Speedway. Yeah. And so that's kind of my angle coming in, although I heard the Roadrunners, I heard Ed playing, that was all great, he was awesome and a hell of a guy, but I was a fan of his in the 60s when I was a kid, and I grew up and I raced, and Ed and I actually were swerving around on that tire-torn circle of dirt like maniacs, and for those of you who don't know anything about Skagit Speedway, it's a Roman circus. And it's a huge affair it is a dedication, it is a cult, and it's really interesting, and it goes really fast, and bright colors and lights and danger, and absolute idiocy and brilliance, a little brilliance, Anyway, and so then I actually raced with Ed, and then Ed became the flagman, but I was researching the song and I saw so many people. I was reading the Lemley Chapel write something about Ed thing, you know, and these themes kept recurring. And one of them that really applied to me was, you know, you were his friend the first time you ever met him, and that's just the way he was. And so with that, you know, I was, you know, I just thought he was the coolest guy, and so it's a lot of fun to sing about him. The song begins and ends at Skagit Speedway. Appropriately, you know, it's probably the only song ever written that ends and begins at Skagit Speedway. But anyway, auto racing, like so many endeavors, that takes a great deal of concentration and there's danger and all this kind of stuff. You really get yourself up to a big high, you know. And there's a lot of other things besides driving race cars to do it. But at Skagit, the fans get jacked up. You know, the families. Am I right, Randy? And it's a real affair of the heart. I mean, everybody has jackets with the stuff written on them, you know, and so Skagit, one of the counties where there's just as many racing jackets as there are bowling team, you know, jackets at the supermarket. But anyway, so I wrote this song because I remember Ed, and I remember him as an insider to racetrack, and the races would be over, and everything was kind of calming down. You know, I remember Ed, I remember him up by the blockhouse, up by the tower, because he was, you know, maybe he was in a controversy, maybe there was a controversy over a $10,000 to win race, and some screaming maniac Californians were, you know, with blood in their eyes, were up yelling and this and that, and they were just like, well, now hold on there, now what? So, you know, and whenever there would be a controversy at the racetrack, you know, a lot of times they storm the flag stand, right, which is as good as it gets. And I would go up there, I wouldn't give a shit what they're arguing about. I just go up there to watch Ed, kind of Andy Griffith them back to sanity, you know. And it was really, really fun, and it was great. So anyway.
How do you do it?
What's that?
What do you say?
Well, he'd say something like you say. Well, now hold on now just a minute. Now I got to hear what you got to say now. If I was a listening man, which I am, I'd want to hear what you had to say. And you could just see him deflate. You know, it's like someone opened a slow valve and everything would deflate, and then it would be just like, you know. And then when they got done, you know, he'd say, now, so no, they said, oh, never mind, you know, we're going home. But, and then, if those of you that have ever been to Doyle Guffey's Rally Auto, has anybody here ever been to Doyle Guffey's Rally Auto? Well, I think donated the pipe, or at least I know we hauled it to the Hilliers, but Doyle Guffey, who has his Christmas party tonight for his employees, made the absolute decision. He said, I'm going to take a sprint car and I'm going to paint it like Ed Blanton on one side and Lloyd Army on the other. I'm going to put that son of a bitch up on a 30-foot pole, and that's just what I'm going to do. So if you walk up to the north side of it, it's red. It says Ed Tarheel Blanton. You go to the other side, it says, it's blue, and it says Lloyd Army, to which, you know, someone ought to write a song. Maybe Jeff and I'll get together and do that. But anyway, so, and that's the chorus is kind of based on that. And then there's a little bit of a story about the, you know, Jeff is sitting here tonight, a third generation of Blanton entertainer, playing music up here since his family came from, you know, the area near Silva, North Carolina, where a lot of people would proudly call themselves Tar Heels came from, including Doyle's family. So I've never sang it the same way twice.
That's true.
And it's the second time I ever really sang it was in Tony's. It was 95 degrees. For those of you that think the closet was a little warm when you sang it, had a little stuffy in there. It was down 94. What's that? But anyway, and so we'll see if we can bang her out something. I come in here quite a few times at night and turn on just that spotlight. And about 2 o'clock in the morning, I'll be playing a little Ed Blanton song. So, thank you to all the people that did disclaimers about what they might screw up. It was good to get that established early, right? Let's see if we can get through this. When the roaring motors at last are silent, and the echoes they die out in those hills, when the crowd is all headed out the exits, and the alder forest is at last still, as the dust it slowly settles from that tired, torn circle
church. The boys of Saturday night slowly start to come back down to earth. They slowly start to come back down to earth. Albert Blanton left the Carolinas. He was looking for a better life. And Ed arrived in the Northwest in 1947. Albert had 7 children and a wife. Hope I didn't say that. The Northwest, it provided that new beginning, and much of what they had come to be seeking. And Albert took to the Hamilton Baptist Church, where the quiet man led his music to his speaking. Yeah, he led his music to his speaking. Hey Doyle! Good big Ed, put him up there on that tower. Put him up there racing with Boy Army, neck and neck. Are those racing boys, are they ascending to the heavens? Or will that dead heat end in a great big wreck? The Blantons took their music to the people. Whenever and wherever there was a need. And Ed the youngest learned his parts and blended to the Blanton choir, 3-part harmony. And Ed, he lived his life in Sedro Woolley, where he raised his 4 children with Bush and White. Hard work, fast cars, family and his music. All the joys, small town life. All the joys of small town life. Hey Doyle, those guys, they look good there, sitting up there on that tower. Yeah, he and Lloyd going at it. Still neck and neck. Are those 2 old friends, are they ascending to the heavens? Or will that dead heat end in a great big wreck? Look at that. Latin music. Gonna keep on playing. Play on, play on. Here's Jeff. And he's a friend to me. And when he belts out that family tradition, he'll know the apple didn't fall far from the tree. He was a young boy, watching and listening from the top of the staircase. And his father and his aunt and their harmony. And when he stepped up here and he was singing, he carried on the family legacy. Oh yeah. Yeah, he carries on the Blanton legacy. Hey Doyle, this all needs no explanation. No need for words. Erect no plaque. All his people, they were riding with him. Every single lap around the track. And none of us will ever be forgetting. Hey, we were there and proudly owned a part of the laughter, the tradition, story. All of these affairs of the heart. Yeah, all of these affairs of the heart. Albert Blanton brought more West and his family. He brought his music, culture, and southern ways. And the music seeds he transplanted in the Northwest. They're growing still in this room today. And yet he left us family and his music. Memories and smiles and joyful noise. And we still smile when we pass by Doyle's tower and send a salute up to those racing boys. Yeah, we send a salute up to those racing boys. When the roaring motors are finally silent and the echoes they drown out in those hills. When the crowd has long headed out the exits, and then all the forest out there is dark and still. As the dust, it slowly settles from that tired, torn circle of birds. The boys of Saturday night slowly start to come back down to earth. Yeah, they slowly start to come back down to earth.
Guess y'all better go racetrack next summer. Take a look around, you know? Yeah, it's hard to get all that in the song. You got this Blanton, this wonderful legacy. You got Doyle put it, you know. Well, what happened? Well, you know, this guy had this big legacy, you know, 3 generations, and then the guy put a race car on a pole with no explanation whatsoever. And then I saw him wandering around the racetrack, you know. Everybody's all jacked up and hiring a kite just for driving around in a circle, you know. It's all kind of fun, you know. But anyway, I don't have to sing any more songs. That one was long enough for 3 of them. But I wrote another song the other day. I was sitting on the bus. I wrote it in 10 minutes. I called a friend in Nashville, sang it to him over the radio, and then he sent it back to me, or over the telephone. Yeah. And he sent it back, and it's a song that everybody can kind of relate to, I think. But it's about all the stuff that you didn't know that you didn't know. You know, you think you got all these ideas, and you didn't know that you didn't know. You know? So I wrote it, but that's kind of where it ended up. But where it really started was when I was a kid. I lived in Mount Vernon, Washington, right in the hill there, and when we were little boys, we'd get up and we'd go looking for trucks, bigger ones than the ones we played with nonstop, you know. And the Mount Vernon Street Department would be doing a project, and we'd go and we'd watch everything they did. And there was these dump trucks. We were all like really in love with dump trucks, you know. You know, a dump truck was, you know, like naked at 10 yards to us, okay? So there we were, and the guys miraculously would let us ride their trucks. And from Mount Vernon, we'd ride out to get a load at the Clear Lake Pit, you know, and they'd buy us a popsicle, and as far as I know, they never molested us or anything. Unless it's really buried back in there. So there was this, you know, there's this one 5-yard international dump truck with short box and had this light on top of it, and we brilliantly described it as the light on top truck. And the guy that drove the light on truck was this guy. He had glasses and a baseball hat. He always smiled. He never said anything. And you know, he just never said anything. And he was a really nice guy. I was his paper boy. When I got older, I'd come to collect $1.75 for the Skagit Valley Herald. And his wife, and he would be sitting in a chair reading the paper and smile at me like a guy in a Gary Larson comic, you know. And then one day my mom told me that she knew him, and she told me why he was like that. And that's the bridge on this song, so let's see if we can get this one in without making quite as many mistakes. You know, if you make a mistake once in a while, the song's 8 minutes, you know, you're gonna step on it now and then. So. All the things I never knew, things I thought were false that turned out to be true. All the highs, the skies, the lows, the yeses I heard and no's, were just things I never knew. All the people I misjudged so well, all the stairs to heaven I thought ran to hell. Good deeds, their regrets, half the time I made bad bets. The things I never knew, all the things I never knew, thought were lies that turned out to be true. All the highs, the skies, the lows, and the idiots I heard as woes. Things I never knew. As a boy, we thought our neighbor was deaf and dumb. Years later, Mom told me his heart was numb. On that Iwo Jima sand sung by inhumanity of man. How could I have ever known? And I cried all the way home. The things I never knew. All the things I never knew. Things I thought were old and turned out. All those highs, the skies, the lows, the stops I heard and those things I never knew, All the things I wish I'd never said. All the time wasted on worry and dread. Things I should have done instead. Green lights, I mistook for reds. Those things I never knew. Well, I ain't never changed. Yeah, the world around all of us has been substantially rearranged. Seeking the truth between the lines, rising with rock through crazy times. Learning things I never knew. Those things I never knew. Yeah! I never sang out in the same way twice either. So Tony, what are you gonna do now, buddy? Oh yeah, one first song was 4 of them all put together.
Guys, that really is the end of the deal, and I'm so glad we could all stick around for this. But, you know, this guitar, I've kind of run the course with this thing. I've done what I wanted to do with it. And Jeff, I want to give this guitar back to you. It belongs to the family.
Duran. No, I do. Are you sure? I want you to have that guitar. It's your dad's, and I've done what I need to do.
Yeah, you know, you want to hear something?
Let's do it.
You want to hear something funny?
I do.
Right off the
I like
bat,
funny.
like the second person playing, I tapped him on the head. I go, "It's the only guitar my dad's that ever got a well that I
Well, you know what? You got it.
Did I
You
not
got
do
it
that?
back.
Did I not do that?
You bud.
Did say
What do you want to play?
Tony, you have never had for me.
Hey, I tell you what, I think I can do this. You know, Dad would come when we first started playing bluegrass. He would come and sit up there on at Donnie's Cog's house, and he'd sit there in a little recliner and kind of be our little Simon Cowell, you know. Tell us, well, you need to do this and you need to do that. You should try to do this better. This is one of the ones he liked. Got to think about this. I'm a little emotional right now. In the deep rolling hills of old Virginia, there's a place I love so well, and I spent many days of my childhood in the cabin where we loved to dwell. White doves will mourn in sorrow, the willows will hang their head. I'll live my life in sorrow, since Mother, Daddy are dead. We were all so happy there together in our peace, little mountain home. But the Savior needs angels up in heaven, and now they sing around the great white throne. White doves will mourn in sorrow, the willows will hang their head. I'll live my life in sorrow, since Mother, Daddy are dead. Play around. As the years go by, I often wonder if we'll all be together someday. And each night, as I wander through the graveyard, darkness finds me where I need to pray. White dove will mourn in sorrow, the willows will hang their head. I'll live my life in sorrow, since Mother, Daddy are dead. and honored and just, you know, downright overwhelmed by the outpouring of, you know, for like, as he would say all the time, I'm just an old Tarheel boy. But, you know, he was a cool dude, and I'm just humbled, man.
He was happy so nice.
Yeah, when Savanna was singing earlier, my wife, Terry Jean there, she gives me one of them, she goes, he's up there in heaven right now going, oh my God. I promise you.
Hey Jeff, we got a song we can take us out on.
Can you do You Are My Sunshine?
You want to come up and let's do a song together.
Yeah.
By my window on a cold and cloudy day.